stocks you need to pay attention to, and you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Andy in Boulder, Colorado. Hey, Andy, what's going on, brother?
Not much, Tom. How you doing?
I'm great, man. Yourself?
Pretty good. Hey, congratulations on the grandbaby.
Yes, thank you. I know. Tommy just sent me a picture. I mean, it's gorgeous out right now. He just was taking him out for his first walk this morning.
All right.
He's growling and prowling already.
Yeah, I bet.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 593, NASDAQ off 227, S&P's off 74, gold contract down $10, trading at $17.75 an ounce. You got silver flat, $22.79 an ounce. Light sweet crude, look at this baby getting smoked. Down $3.62, $66.33 a barrel, notes and bonds. The 10-year note right now trading up 16 ticks. 131.18, the 30-year up a full point, plus 20 with 3 ticks at 163.23, and King Dollar's up, down rather, 354 ticks, trading 95.987. The euro is at 113, the yen is at 113.13, and the British pound's at 132 to 1 US dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We have volatility in spades, folks. The bottom line is that you had the market higher, and then Powell, bottom line, Powell's in front of the Senate out here today. Powell says he's going to drop the transitory word, and the next Fed meeting's in 2 weeks, and they're basically going to be looking at maybe making the buyback of the bonds quicker. We take a look at this S&P. What you have with the S&P right now is that you're breaking the B point, and you very well probably have an ABC structure on the way down. We'll see whether it's going to get the juice. Right now, we're at 93 million shares. You need 112 million for an ABC structure down. I suspect we're going to get it. If that's what we get, your A point on this is 473. Your B point is a 457, 57, 67, 77. So you're talking about 17 points, and that gets you 450. Right now you're at 456. Now the thing that gets intriguing is that at 454, you get in the lower range. So as soon as you get in the lower range, what it opens up, folks, it opens up the bottom of the consolidation from October 4th, and then it also opens up the bottom of the consolidation from last July, which is 421. Inside the NDX 100, what do we have? We take a look at the NDX 100. You're gonna the NDX now is still stronger. That being said, bottom line, you're coming down. You got an expansion of volume as you're coming down. The B point on the NDX 100 is 389. You're not going to hit that today. Right now, we're at 393.52. You do have an expansion of volume. Bottom line is that if we had hit the B point today, it would be a confirmed ABC structure on the way down. Right now, we have 63 million shares versus 53. Gold contract. We had a nice number in the gold contract until Powell come on, and then baby took that thing south in about 2 seconds. We had a high out here today of 1811. Now you're at 1775. You get 228,000 contracts traded. You are going after that lower swing point. The swing point that we're talking about is from November 3rd. And we'll see how this baby shakes out. When we take a look at, let's go see what the volume is at November 3rd. Okay, so I'm going to go. Okay, so we changed contracts. Okay, so we're going to go back to the GCZ. So when you're close to a contract, folks, okay, and you're doing price and volume in the futures market, as long as you're close enough, you can go right back to that day. So what we're going to do is we're going back. We know it's November 3rd. So I'm going back to the December contract to look at November 3rd, and we were dealing with 257,000 shares, contracts. So remember that number, 257,000 contracts, and then GCG, I think we're 200 and something. We're at 224, 228. So the bottom line is that when you have that type of number, that's a large number coming into it. That's the real bottom line. Now, that being said, if we go over and we take a look at the note and bond market, you are going to see, which is still going to keep firepower under the metals market in general, is that the note market right now, this went higher again with volume. The 10-year note is on 2.2 million contracts. We got to 132.01. The swing point out here was 130.130. We broke the swing, and we're going to have volume on the breaks. That's saying that these notes and bonds want higher price. If we take a look at the 30-year, the 30-year is pretty phenomenal, actually. The 30-year, what you have with this 30-year right now is that is not backing out at all. So what that's doing is it's flattening the curve. The 30-year is up 1 point plus 23 ticks. Now, just to give you an idea, the high in the last 6 months in the 30-year is only 1.5 points away, and we're more than up than 1.5 points today. Now, good old King Dollar. This King Dollar has been up, down, and all over the place out here today. That being said, it looks to me like King Dollar is going to try to get back inside the lower range. We had hit 90, I believe it was 96,950. Was it 950? Yeah, 96,938. 97 was the swing. So you back down, can't hold price today. That says that you're going to try to get to the 94,503 mark. And we'll see whether it wants to break inside its lower range. Some of the higher volume equities out here, what you have out here today, you have Apple is up $4. You got Luke it down $4. You have Bank of America off $1. Uber's down $2. You get Nvidia down $10. Twitter's off $1.95. You get Wells Fargo off $1.39. Let's go take a look at JP Morgan out here, because JPM. Because what you do have is that as these rates get lower, of course, the banks don't make as much money on the spread. And right now, JP Morgan, this is going to be, that's the dollar. Okay, 1 second. Hold on. JPM. There we go. Okay, so JP Morgan's down $2.38. And, this is going after a swing low, man. So this is, okay, this can go a lot lower. We have one swing low at 150 or at 158. You get an additional one at 145. We get some big action out here, folks. That's the real bottom line. And I suspect what you actually have here, you're going to have a correction. We're going to flip into a consolidation. This is going to be cool how this whole thing shakes out. Stay right there, folks. Coming back with our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. We'll talk to the markets. Dow Industrials right now down 618. Nasdaq's off 240. S&P's off 78. I'm right back.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the markets open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
What's separating you from the most successful men and women on Wall Street? That's right, information. Having all the information gives us the perspective we need to place the right trades at the right time. The TAS Profile Scanner is the premier market profile-based scanner. Powered by its acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner instantly filters over 2,500 plus global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. This powerful suite of tools leverages instant trade filtering and strategy formulation to show you emerging trades before they happen. For a limited time, you can save $100 off your first month by using the promo code UPGRADE, and you still get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Level the playing field with the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find under the Services tab at TFNN.com. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks, to Dow. Dow Industrial's down 623. You get the NASDAQ off 240. S&P's off 78. Let's get over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Tuesday. And don't forget, folks, Basil has an outstanding show right here every trading day, 10 to 11 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, the opening call. Now, it's very easy to get the opening call. Just come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the opening call. You hit newsletters first. You see the opening call right on the right-hand side. You hit that baby. You are off to the races. Now, Basil not only has an outstanding newsletter, inside the opening call when you get it, he has 10 webinars that he has done that you can go through the archive and you can really get to understand how he looks at the market every trading day. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
What's going on is I don't have that kind of background here. It's gray and cold.
It's gray and cold, yes. We are in the Florida Keys, folks, and my little grandson is swimming right behind me with Tommy right now. It's a beautiful thing.
That's fantastic. That's lovely. Good, enjoy
it certainly is. I'm telling you, man. Life is tough. How about the volatility in this market, man, right?
So there are a couple of things. We've been talking about for quite a few weeks since we had that high that I consider to be quite a serious high in the Dow on the 8th of November. The Dow hit 36,565. We actually initiated a short position just about 40 points off that. And we had money in it, and we got stopped out for a profit, but never got back in. But we've been trying to time all the different indices. And my rule of thumb is that most of the time, there are coincident lows where if you watch the volatility index and many other aspects to the market on a technical basis, there's some kind of climactic move to the downside where everyone just throws up their hands and says, this is it, we're going down forever. And that's the day that it turns around. We saw that March the 23rd last year. That was actually the day we went long the Dow and the diamonds. But what's really important is that on the way down here, there are patterns that I look at. And one of the patterns that I spend some time in my show, in the Tiger Technicians Hour, and for subscribers to my opening call, is I look at 3 different focal points in the market. One is a straight line up or down. The other is a cup formation where there's a price point that drops and then comes back. How it deals with that left side high is very important. Or in the red one on the right here, that's where it's an arch formation going from one point up and then it comes down. Then there's a pattern that we put the two together, either the straight line up with the cup or the straight line down with the arch, and that's the pattern I call the dreaded H. And one of the reasons is if it takes out that left side low, it can go down quite a bit. And I'm going to keep this here just to show you on the Dow. There was a little doji candle on the 8th of November at 36.56. It pulled back sharply to the 14-period moving average. It rallied, and then it failed at a peak A. And my rule of thumb here again is if the arch formation turns around and comes back after one peak, an A or a B, and takes out that left side low, you've got to be careful because you could have a 1-to-1 down, or it could continue down, which we've just seen today. It's down leg E on the daily chart with a huge arch formation. So I've been trying to pinpoint the turnarounds in the other indices. So we've been short the QQQ almost from the high, and we're still short, but it has only made a leg A. It had that high at peak D. The fourth highest peak is where we always get a little bit cautious. Had a little what I call a silent doji candle the day before. On the 22nd, it went to 408.71, pulled back sharply, and now it's in the I think it's in the process of making this H formation. Now, we won't know until it takes out if it's going to the 389.77 low of 3 days ago. It has arched over. This is a single leg A. We haven't even made a peak yet, so if there's a lower high than today's high of 401.19, that's going to suggest, all right, be careful here. So I always think that the tops are made sequentially, but the lows are made in unison. So if that's the case, remember I just said that the Dow made its high going back quite a few weeks. In fact, that was back on the 8th of November. And then the IWM, which is the Russell 2000, made its high also on the 8th. And the S&P is a slightly different chart pattern. It made its high on the 22nd, and now we're watching the QQQ to see whether this is going to be a significant turnaround. It's been, together with the semiconductor index, it's been absolutely the strongest index. So for me,
yes.
it's
Basil,
a challenge.
let me ask you something.
Yes.
When we look at the Dow, right, can you put the Dow chart back up again? So when we look at the Dow, right, it looks like it's breaking your left side also. So when we take that, like I'm looking at the green canyon on the left and the red's coming up to it, right? So is that the one we're talking about? If it breaks that, if it breaks that, do we, projection-wise, can we take the bottom of that to the top of it and flip it over?
Yeah, so
you know
let
what I
me
mean?
just do this.
That it can go that much lower?
Let me just show you something that's very important. On the left side, there was a low in the Dow back in October, and that was on the 13th, and it went down to 34,115.
Okay.
The number of bars it took to get to the top is so far equaling the number of bars, but we haven't gotten to the bottom. And you can see I drew in from the plumb line of the doji candle of the 8th a measured move, and that says that roundabout by the end of the week, the real test is going to come on this left side at 34,115. So this line is something that I've developed and I show subscribers. It's called Chapman Wave. This is the inside wedge target support line because it's on the way down, pink line. And today we've just touched it, so we could be ready for a little bit of a bounce. But wow, if it breaks this, it could be a quick ride down to that left side low. And now what's really important is that the weekly chart has made a peak D, an alternate count peak D, and it's I don't know what it's going to do, but at this point it's in a sell signal. I have to wait for the end of the week because the weekly candle looks to me I might get a sell mode, which is a little bit deeper implication for the Dow. So I'm going one at a time, and all I can say is that it's fascinating to see because the strength that just keeps coming in. I mean, look at this. NVIDIA made a high on the 22nd at 346.47, made a 319 round number low. Well, it's trading at 322 now. That low, if that gets taken out, that's going to be very important. So I've got certain numbers that I'm looking at. The fascinating thing, I love round numbers. Look, Applied Materials, AMAT, round number the 16th, perfect round number, 159 all-time high, round number right there at the high. The little two doji retest candles, and it's pulled back quite sharply. So there are a lot of things we're looking at, as well as this rectangle formation. The IWM had the same thing. Sideways rectangle formation says you can break to the upside, but the magnet of the inside of this rectangle says that there's a good chance you're going to come right back in, and it's already done that. So
now even as we're talking, the Dow went down 150 points as we've been talking.
Well, what's really interesting is that move on Friday when everybody, I mean, I must say I was really surprised when I woke up on Friday and looked and I said, what am I? I rubbed my eyes. I couldn't believe. Down at that point was down 450, and then by the end of the day, Dow was down 906. And then yesterday, the clue was that it was a false break to the upside, was that the Dow didn't do very much, and in fact rallies, it was really sustained by some of the prime stocks in the QQQ and the SMEs. So that's why I'm watching them really closely to say, are they going to be pulling back? And then do we get a rotational correction? The Dow's done a lot. It could start to find support.
It's very easy to get Basil to check it out at TFNN. Basil, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the show tomorrow morning.
Enjoy yourself, Tom.
Are you having fun trading the markets, but having trouble finding like-minded individuals to discuss your trading and investment ideas with? Become an apex predator in the trading markets and join the Tiger's Den Trading Room only at TFNN.com. The Tiger's Den is an exclusive trading room where successful traders from around the world come to exchange trades and ideas. Join the den and surround yourself with the sharpest minds in the trading world. Subscribers to the Tiger's Den are also the first to have their questions answered live on air and can privately chat with our TFNN hosts live during their shows. Interact with other Tigers and Tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day. Subscribe to the Tiger's Den risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. And become part of the TFNN trading community. TFNN, educating investors.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den Trading Room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now trading down 630. You get the Nasdaq off 250. S&Ps are off 80. And bottom line is that they're running this downtown right into the close. Now, check this out, folks, because this is a pretty wild what we have happening here. So, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, bottom line, they what happens is that they look at the top of their numbers each year, folks, okay? And you got to remember something. They buy literally 75 to 85% of all mortgages. Well, the bottom line, they just announced that they are going to be able to, you're going to be able to get a Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae loan up to $1 million. That's if you are in San Francisco. Let's see, where else? One second, let's see. $1 million, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York. Now, the rest of the country, this is still pretty intense. It's really intense, actually. The rest of the country, okay, the loan limit is going to be $647,200. And that's an acceleration up from last year of $548,250. Just to give you an idea of the acceleration that has happened here, because this is crucial to understand about home prices, that if we only go back like about 5 years, you were at 427. So now we're at 647. And something to really understand is this. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, the way this works, okay, is the bottom line that you can come in with the 3% down, 5% down, 10% down. This is gonna, when you talk about affordable housing, folks, okay, it's something that they don't have to do, but they do. But this certainly doesn't make housing affordable. That's the real bottom line. Because what happens is this. It's just like, remember we had all the loans from all the college folks, and then we had all those nonprofit online colleges, okay? The bottom line is that when you have to just sign something and you have someone else that's giving you the money, it's much easier for the prices to rise. And in this particular case here, listen, I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to have you understand, because I've been hearing for so long, people, you want affordable housing, you need affordable housing. There's no two ways about that. Bottom line, this is not going to make housing affordable. All it does is actually raise. So anyone, wherever you are out there today, the bottom line is your house is worth more money. That's my take on it. That's how this works. That's the bottom line. Because housing is, you hear about the aspect of many investors coming and paying cash. Okay, that's what we do. I get that, okay? But the other side of it, 2/3 of the housing market is coming in, putting down 3%, 5%, okay? Yes, as I mean, Jimmy in the den is saying, that's exactly what, that's how prices can continually to go up, okay? It's I'd say it's a bummer, but what ends up happening is that if you own real estate, real estate's worth more money immediate. And that's immediate too. Trust me. This comes up. This is January 1st. It means that you can come in and basically buy a house for $18,000, and you can buy a $650,000 house. That's how this shakes out. Paying the interest rate, man, you better have some money to pay that interest rate. What has happened. So check this out for all you veterans out there. This is really cool, man. So check this out. Now, this happened about 8 months ago. If you do a VA loan, right, there's no limit on a VA loan any longer. So what happens there, it doesn't matter. It's $1 million, $2 million, $5 million. The bottom line, as long as you can pay the monthly VIG, there's no limit on it whatsoever. So something to keep in mind. This is no doubt going to push housing again. That's just how it goes, man. Some of the higher volume equity. Well, here now. Okay, let's do this. We're going to break this market down into this consolidation, so I can kind of give you an idea where my head's going on this consolidation. Okay, so we're breaking a B point out here. You're breaking it with volume. I'm going to put the S&P first on a weekly, because it's pretty clear once you start moving in a certain situation where it wants to go. And when you take a look at this S&P, what you're going to see is this. Here, watch this. You can do two different things. Now, I get this on a weekly, and I'm going to put, first I'll put, what do you see this? This is going to be a break of the trend line, a test of the break of the trend line. This is crazy, man. So you broke the trend line when we broke in the beginning of September. You tested it, and now the bottom line is that you never got back outside it again. So what ends up happening there, if we look at the S&P, the SPX, the cash S&P, it's saying 42.78 is game. That's how this thing shakes out. I'll put the SPY up next. That was just the cash S&P. But let's put the SPY up, because what you're gonna be able to see is you're gonna be able to see the volumes, and you're gonna see what's sticking out like a sore thumb, the lows that were established out here in April. So the SPY, it's saying 427 is game. 427, 426. That's another 30 points down. We're down 8 points right now. And always remember something, man. If you come into that swing and you come out with too much volume, bottom line, you go on to the next swing. If we look at the NDX 100, the 3 Qs, bottom line is that they have been, no doubt, the strongest. That being said, the Qs right now come after the swing point. They're coming after with volume, and the Qs can really take a hit, man. And, let's put this on a weekly, because even with the Qs saying that, okay, they've been the strongest, the bottom line, which sticking out like a sore thumb, is 297, and we're at 393. So your first level, I suspect, is 350. You break 350, man, and you're down. That's a heavy correction. You're down to 305. And if we did that, let's see what that would be, meaning correction-wise from the lows, the way we started off from. Okay, so if we do 350, that's a 0.23, 23% correction. Man, it's amazing. Even if you do the larger number, it's just over a 38%. It's about a 40% correction from the move that started in March of 2020. So the bottom line is that it's a heads up. We were just talking about NVIDIA with our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. And NVIDIA has been one of the strongest stocks out there, no doubt about that. Something to keep in context is this. If you take a look at NVIDIA, what also happens is this. You are paying $74 for $1 of profits. So you have a stock that is at nosebleed levels, and you're still paying $74 for $1. And what you want to do is you want to look at the aspect of their growth structure, and their growth structure is in the United States it's 12% a year. Overseas it's 6% a year. Let's go to our man Mark in Fort Collins. Mark, what's going on, brother?
Hey Tom, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Doing great.
Good.
Just a question for you.
It's
so
a
Friday
great
we only
question,
had 3.5 hours of trading.
No, I know that. Stay right there. We're going to come right back. Okay, just quick break. Have the Dow Industrials right now down 609. NASDAQ is down at 238. S&P's down 80. We'll come right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down at 603. You get the Nasdaq off 240. S&Ps are off 80. Let's go to Mark in Fort Collins. Mark, what's happening, brother?
Not too much. How you doing? So,
good, man. Good.
We were checked. I was going to ask you. So I'm looking at the GDX just for. We could do this with a lot of different charts, but so 5 days ago, it traded down to 32.15, which was the 23rd on 20 million shares. It bounced the next day on 13 million. It was like 2 pennies over the low. At 32.17 was the low, so it didn't. And then it broke the swing from 2 days before that on that Friday, with more volume than it had the 2 days before. So that could, even though there's not much of a bounce, it could say there's an ABC down there. And then it bounced again yesterday, and now it broke the low again. Or actually, it just hit this exact low from Friday. And Friday only had 3.5 hours of volume, and it had 21 million. Today it's got a full day of volume, and it's got about 25. So how do you compare those?
Yeah, this is a great question, because when I started the program, folks, and that's what if we're talking about the S&P. So let me just run to the SPY first, so we can explain to the folks what we're talking about, because I know you and I have talked about this before, and there's no doubt when I said at the beginning of the program, folks, that you're breaking a B point, you're breaking it with volume inside the S&P. What was happening there is that was only 3.5 hours. So what I've always done is that I take the 3.5 hours and I'll take the volume and divide it by the 3.5 hours, right? So that even though we are breaking that today, that would be a break on lighter volume, to answer your question, because that's the overall question, folks, okay? Yes, so that technically would not be an ABC structure on the way down. Then if we go to the GDX, it's the GDX is teetering the exact same way. There's no doubt about it. I just had to look at the GDX myself, because the bottom line is that I'm looking at a couple of my positions. I got Anglo Ashanti, I got Goldfields, and they're up really good, and the GDX is down. And what that's going to be about, folks, and I talked about this last week, Newmont is having a huge problem, man. I don't know. There's something technical. There's not something. There must be something fundamentally wrong with Newmont too, because it can't move, as well as Barrick Gold. You know, they both they're inside of the GDX. Those are the largest players, and they have a problem. You know, and so the worry would be, okay. So when you look at the GDX, that the holdings inside those, just so you can get an idea, the allocation, that's 24%, just those two equities. So the real, when you're looking at that, you say, okay, is that going to make another leg down? Or whereas, you look at Anglo Ashanti, it's up almost $1. It was up $1.20. GFI is up 50 cents. If you're trying to bisect and dissect, I would say the gold equities, Mark, the way that I'm looking at it, I like that the dollar did not hold. The dollar is down 420. We're at 95.92. Now gold didn't hold either. We're down 1130. It's going to be a tricky night, man. That's the real bottom line.
Yeah, because I'm in GDX at a little like about 30 cents higher than where it is right now. And if you take the ABC down from 35.08, which was on the 16th, down to the 23rd, which was 32.15, that's about $3. And you had that teeny little bounce the next day. And if you take $3 off a couple of the next.
Hey, would you do me a favor? Just can you just say that again? I got the GDX right now. Go ahead. Just say it again, please.
Okay, so you say you're up at 11:16, November 16th at a high of 35.08.
Okay, cool. Yes, I got
and
it.
Then
I see.
You come down to the 23rd.
Yeah.
Low of 32.15. It had a teeny bounce that next day, and then it broke that swing with 21 million. So you could call that an ABC down. That would get you down to like 29 and a lot of change.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering if it's worth that $2. I mean, is it going to do that, or did it hold because it tested Friday with lighter volume?
Well, you know what is great, man. I love. Okay, so what Mark did here, folks. Okay, this is huge to understand. Those little subtle moves, I think, are really important. Meaning that you have to be prepared. That hey, man, that's a true ABC that you just said. There's no doubt, man. And you look at it and say, okay, are we going to go there? Because what I always worry about inside the gold market is that the GDX can take everything south. There's no doubt, man. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, I was really surprised today that we had strength, like we did. And it was huge strength. If you have, whether it's Ashanti, Harmony, or any of those folks, remember something, you always can go to South Africa in the morning, because look at this move in the morning. When I woke up this morning, this move in South Africa, I mean, it was a monster. I mean, and it stayed up. I mean, if you're watching Target TV right now, you're going to see that's Anglo-Ashanti in South Africa. It's up 22.63 Rand. It blew away the swing point, and now this is what's getting really cool, and this is what I do a lot. In South Africa, it's an ABC structure on the way up. And I suspect that that's okay. And then I'll put GFI up, and you take a look at GFI. GFI is also an ABC structure in the way up. It broke the B point. You can see. I mean, it's a monster. Right. So, evidently, what was happening is that whoever, and this is something to understand, that funds here, when you're really into it, you buying in South Africa too. Okay, so that's something that you want to wrap your head around, folks. And here, I'll bring up Harmony. I wasn't trading Harmony, but let me bring up Harmony in South Africa also. Oh, it's HAR. 1 second. HARSJ. So that's up 446. And you can see that's going to be an ABC too, man. Well, here, let's just see. So Rand 68.20. You went to 68. Yeah, it's an ABC up. So it's going to be a toss-up here, man. As to overnight, I think tonight's going to be really important for us inside the metal market for sure, because you can see it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, they're a couple of them, they're holding into the close, and if you've been doing this long enough, folks, okay, if you're even, I'd say to you, Mark, I would look in the morning, if you're day trading them, look at GFI, look at Anglo-Ashanti, and look at Harmony, because someone's buying them, man. They're strong, like big time, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just trying to weigh whether I want to just take my 30-cent loss and run, or potentially be out if it.
Oh, I get it.
Does
Yeah,
ABC
man.
Down,
You know what? I'd almost do it. The reason that I don't know. It's a close call, man. Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't do it. And the reason I wouldn't do it is because of the dollar. The dollar looks to me. So what happened is this: what happened with the dollar? Look at this dollar, folks. Okay, the dollar was down over 600 ticks. It took off like a rocket ship. It took off from 95.517. It went up a full penny to 96.642. Then gave it up. So that's telling me the dollar's going to go back. And if the dollar goes back down, that is also telling me that gold is still going to hold. And if gold holds in this down market, folks, we have a whole different dynamic, because we've been doing the gold report for 20 years, and I've never seen gold hold in 20 years. You know what you know it too, Mark. We've both been into it for a long time. So I know how you're feeling, man. Trust me.
Okay. Hey, when you get a minute, take a look at RIG. It's got it's testing some bottoms, and if you're calling that Friday low, the volume, if you have to double that volume, then it's really tested that low again with lighter volume. So
oh, that's good. No, I like it. I can see it, man. I can see. This is good. Thanks, brother. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Are you looking for a secured investment which pays you on a monthly basis? The Tiger First Mortgage Program may be the program for you. The best rate on a 5-year CD in the country right now, according to Bankrate.com, is paying 1% per year or $1,000 per $100,000 invested. The Tiger First Mortgage Program pays 7% per year, paid monthly, on secured, high-value, buildable properties in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment is for 4 years, paying 7% per year or $7,000 per $100,000 invested. Your investment is secured by high-value real estate in St. Petersburg, Florida. Your investment can be anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000. Do you want to make $1,000 per year on $100,000 invested or $7,000 per year on a secured Tiger First mortgage? The Tiger First Mortgage Program may be just the program for you. The Tiger First Mortgage Program pays 7% per year, paid monthly. For more information, you can call 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's down 711. You get the Nasdaq off 265. S&Ps are off 93. You get some action on the way down, folks. And bottom line is that, as I said at the beginning of the hour, I think we're in a consolidation. It's going to get down to that level. The real kicker is going to be in this context is how these all the new investors are going to be basically looking at this, because there's going to be a lot of people trapped. Because of the fact that buying the dip has been so successful for the huge amount of time that it has. To me, it totally makes sense that we flip into a consolidation for, who knows how long. But when you make a run that's so extraordinary, it totally makes sense to flip into a consolidation, particularly because of the fact that we have the like when you look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is a very strong stock. Bottom line, you're still paying $74 for $1 of earnings. We talked about Nadella yesterday with Microsoft. The bottom line is he sold 1/2 of his position. If you have the CEO selling 1/2 of your position when you have been one of the strongest stocks inside of the marketplace, What's it say? Well, it says that you should also be selling one half of your position. That's what it says to me. I mean, it's pretty clear. You know, we're not talking about 5%, 10%. You're talking about 50% of the position. $245 million puts in the pocket. Yeah, it's important to really understand that. When we were just talking with Peter, with Mark from Fort Collins, if you're in the metals market, it's going to get intriguing out here tonight. The reason being is that here, I'll go over to the yen also. The yen also did not hold price, meaning the yen is getting stronger. And when the yen gets stronger, the bottom line, the metal market gets stronger, and the yen came down hard and fast today, okay? So the bottom line, you know, in the last 2 days, we've just come from a price point of 115 to 113. That's a monster move. Getting back inside the lower range is 111.66. And right now you're at 113.04. Always remember, folks, the bear can claw your heart out, the bull can run you over, and thank God there's always another trade. Health, happiness, and prosperity. Have a great night. Have a safe night, folks. Look forward to speaking tomorrow. Look at them, folks.